My group chose Newton's second law, which states that the amount of mass an object weighs times the acceleration, or how fast it travels, will give you the amount of force used. To find this information, we went to nasa.gov and physicsclassrooms.com. Now, without further ado, here are 3 demonstrations that will prove Newton's second law, which equals force equals mass times acceleration.
So this is an example of Newton's second law, which is force equals mass times acceleration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the ball at Lila, which is the amount of force I'm going to use divided by the mass of this basketball will equal how fast it's going to go.
I'm going to push the skateboard, which I'm the force, and then that's the mass. So with the same force, I'm going to push it with a different mass. Oh my God. The same force. So then when you do force divided by mass, or force times mass, you will get the acceleration, which is Newton's second law.
So for this experiment, you're going to be needing a container of some sort. I'm just using this little basket thing, and a heavy object to put into the basket. Doesn't matter what it is, I'm just using this backpack. So I am going to be pushing the basket with a force, aka my foot, and then I'm going to be putting my backpack into the basket, applying the same amount of force and seeing what the acceleration is. So here we go. So now that you saw how far the empty basket went, I'm now going to show how far or how the acceleration is with the backpack in the bag.
These were the experiments showing
what Newton's second law means to me. For example, if you were to go and play volleyball with the bowling ball and volleyball with the volleyball, it wouldn't work as well. Because since the volleyball has less mass, it's easier to push it up and out. But with the bowling ball, since it has way more mass, it's harder to bump it up or set it out. Thank you.
What Newton's second law means to me is when I am walking from my science class to, say, my technology class, when I have my backpack, I have a lot of stuff, especially since I do band, I have an extra binder in there. But when I take all of that stuff out and I make my backpack have less mass in it, it takes so much less time to get from my science class to my technology class because I have less mass that I'm carrying on my back, or when I'm not having my backpack with me at all and I'm just walking from class to class, it makes it easier because then I have no mass that I'm carrying on my back, which is making the weight heavier as I'm trying to walk from class to class. Thank you.
What Newton's second law means to me is when I play soccer, it's easier to kick the soccer ball when it is a soccer ball, but when it's, say, a training ball, like a 25-pound ball, it's harder because the mass is heavier. So when I kick the ball when it's a soccer ball, the acceleration is faster because of the mass. The mass is smaller. But when I would do it with a 25-pound ball, it would be a lot harder to kick it and it wouldn't go as far.
showing Newton's second law.